All right, we are going to continue looking at solving multi-step equations, but now we're going to look at doing that through word problems. Remember, one of our standards says we have to be able to create, we have to be able to write equations from examples given. So we have to be able to take this, write an equation, and solve it. So let's get started. One person buys a used car in Indiana and pays $10,195, including 7% sales tax and $425 in additional fees. Another person buys a used car in Pennsylvania and pays $9,995. This includes 6% sales tax and $240 in additional fees. Compare the list price of the used cars. The list price is the price of the car before sales tax and fees. All right, so we're given two scenarios. Buying a car in Indiana, buying a car in Pennsylvania. We're supposed to compare the two prices. All right, so the price they paid, you can see the price they paid, this includes their fees and sales tax. So to set this up, we know that, let's start with Indiana. So in Indiana, they paid $10,195. That was the total they paid, so that's what it equals. All right, so they paid $10,195. Now, where did that money come, or where did that amount come from? So first, it came from the total price of the car, which it says compare the list price. That's what we're trying to find at this point. So we don't exactly know the price of the car yet, but it's the price of the car plus sales tax. Now, how do you know how much 7% sales tax is? Well, it's going to be the price of the car times 7%. So you can write 7% as a decimal, 0.07 times the price of the car. Okay, so this represents the price of the car. This represents adding the sales tax. And we also have to add the additional fee here of $425. All right, so again, we're just looking at Indiana to get started, but we can go ahead and combine like terms. So I've got $10,195 is my total cost. I've got the price plus the tax, so it's going to be 1 plus 0.07, so 1.07p plus $425. Let's subtract the fees. All right, so we got 1.07p. And if we take and subtract $10,195 minus $425, we get $9,770. All right, this is multiplication, so we need to divide. Divide both sides by 1.07. So divide by 1.07, and the price is going to be about $9,130.84. And I say about because I did round that a little bit, but with money, you're going to round to two decimal places because that's how money is rounded to the amount of change you would have. So let's go back. Instead of putting approximately, we are going to round that, and that's going to be the price of the car in Indiana. All right, let me get rid of this image here so I have more room to work. All right, so let's look at the price of the car from Pennsylvania. So we're going to set it up pretty much the same way. All right, so we know that they pay $9,995. That's the total cost of the car. And that includes a 6% sales tax and $240 in fees. So again, that's going to include the price of the car. That's going to include the sales tax. This time the sales tax is 6%, so it's going to be 0.06. Change your percent to a decimal times the price of the car, because you're paying the sales tax times whatever the price of the car was, and then plus your fees. This time the fees were $240. All right, we're going to do the same thing we did on the other side. We're going to combine like terms. 1p plus 0.06p is 1.06 plus $240. Let's subtract 240. All right, so 9995 minus 240, $9,755. Divide by 1.06. And the price of this car is going to be $9,202.83. All right, so it says compare the two prices. All right, so if we compare the two prices, the one is $9,130.84. The other is the Pennsylvania car is $9,202.83. So if you compare the two prices, I can take the price of one and subtract the price of the other. So if I do $9,202.83, subtract $9,130.84, I can say that the car in Pennsylvania cost right at $72 more. So it'd be $71.99 more. So it cost more to purchase this car in Pennsylvania than it did in Indiana. All right, go back and look at the question. Compare the list prices of the used car. All right, so we did that. We found the price. We found the price here, and we compared those. There is a difference of right at $72 between the two cars. All right, again, these are equations, so you can check your answers. So you can take this $9,130.84 and plug it in up here. So if you take that plus 7% of that price plus $425, you should get the sales price. So the price here, if you plug it in and check it. Also, same thing over here. Take this price, plug it into the original equation, and see if it equals the $9,995. All right, we're going to look at another problem. All right, the next problem says you have 96 feet of fencing to enclose a rectangular pen for your dog. To provide sufficient running space for your dog to exercise, the pen should be 3 times as long as it is wide. Find the dimensions of the pen. All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, I like to have a picture. So I'm going to draw a rectangular pen. I know that you have 96 feet of fence, so that's the total amount. So 96 equals, and then it says you want to have sufficient running space. So it's going to be 3 times as long as it is wide. So let's call this 3x and this x. And we know that if it's fencing, it goes around the outside of the rectangle. So it's the perimeter. So we know that perimeter is going to mean we have to add up all the sides. So if it's a rectangle, we know that the 2 lengths are the same distance and the 2 widths are the same distance. So we can set that equal to the 96 feet. So 3x plus 3x is 6x, 7, 8. So we have 8x and divide both sides by 8. 96 divided by 8 is 12. So x equals 12. So we know that this side of the pen is going to be 12 feet, and 3 times 12 is 36. Okay, so that we know that the length is 3 times the width. All right, so we can say that the width equals, doesn't really say feet, so just the width is, oh, it does say feet, 96 feet. Okay, I thought it did, but then I wasn't seeing it. So, okay, so the width is 12 feet, and the length of the pen is 3 times x, which is 36 feet. All right, last example here. Use the table to find the number of miles you need to bike on Friday so that the mean number of miles biked per day is 5. All right, so if you remember, mean is your average. All right, so we're looking for the mean. And let's change this here. Okay, and we want to know that the mean is 5 per day. So on Monday, we did 3.5. Tuesday, we did 5.5. Wednesday, we did not bike. And Thursday, we did 5. So we need to know how many miles we're going to have to bike on Friday. We don't know how many miles we biked on Friday. We're trying to figure that out. And we know that the mean takes the number and divides it by however many numbers we have. So we have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday makes 5 days. So out of those 5 days, we want to have a mean of 5 because it says per day is 5. Is like an equal sign in math. All right, so if we do 3.5 plus 5.5 plus 0 plus 5, we get 14 plus x over 5 equals 5. So here we're going to get rid of division first because this, we're going to multiply first because the division sign is kind of like having the top in parentheses. It kind of groups it together. So we're going to get rid of that first, and we have 14 plus x equals 25 minus 14. All right, so 25 minus 14 is 11 miles. So if they want to average 5 miles per day, on Friday, they're going to have to bike 11 miles. And you can easily check that, okay? So we had 14 plus 11. So if you add these up and just insert an 11 right here, you're going to get 25, and then divide by 5 is 5. So you can check to see that that is correct. So in order to average 5 miles per day, you need to bike 11 miles on Friday. So we can go ahead and add that to the table if you want. All right. That's all for word problems, solving equations with word problems.